Hey, so I just got back from a very long day. I went to PhetJee Jaa's fight, which was in Bangkok, but in a part of it that I'm not really sure where it was. It was at a military university, and so I left my apartment at like 5:30, 5:20 in the morning, and I just got home and it's 5:30 in the evening. It was very long. So I'm a little bit loopy and tired, but that's really good because it was a lot of fun and it was really cool and she kicked ass. She was just amazing. But it was kind of really funny. we were, there's this thing about when you fight somewhere that you don't know where it is in Thailand that is very, very Thai and very Muay Thai, which is that you kind of drive around trying to find this location that nobody really knows where it is. Maps are not great, nobody uses satellite, so you basically just stop and ask people all the time where this place is, and some people know and some people don't, but they'll tell you which direction to go, whether they really do or don't. And so you're kind of like chasing this, like this way, that way, trying to find a location. And in this particular instance, we were given an instruction by someone who said that the street we wanted to turn on, or the landmark we were looking for, was Providence. I'm not fluent in Thai at all, but I know that's not a Thai word, and so I'm like, what is Providence? Like, that doesn't even make any, Providence is how they would say it, because they make E sounds, so Providence, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense. So they keep asking people. Some people kind of know what it is and some people don't, and somewhere along the line, the grandpa who's in the car with us, I call him grandpa, I don't know, I don't think he's really related to PhetJee Jaa, but I think he's the grandpa of one of the kids that they train with. He decides that Faliver doesn't make any sense, therefore it must be Kaliver, like with a C sound instead. So now we're asking people, where's Kaliver, like all this thing. And we actually passed by a sign that in Thai says basically like colander. And so I'm thinking to myself, like, is it possible we're looking for a colander store? Like, who sells just colanders? It's like Spatula City or something? And so it's this impossible place to find. And finally, we get instructions from someone to come down this road and turn right at a light. So we come down this road, we turn right at the light, and what's in front of us? Safari World. So Faliwer is Safari World in Thai. So as we're actually passing under the gates in Tawan, PhetJee Jaa's mom is the one who figures this out. She goes, oh, Safari World. And I'm like, oh my god, it's Safari World. So the inside joke of the day in all of that explanation is that anytime something wasn't going right, one of us would just say Faliwer, and it would just make it okay, because we were all just looking for this imaginary place. But so we finally got there, and PhetJee Jaa was actually supposed to be a little bit later in the card. She was kind of the main event, even though it was technically, called a show fight. But she was amazing. She was against Samarth's fighter, this little boy named Insidam. And she was incidentally supposed to fight Insidam the day that her fight got canceled, and they were told that she can't fight boys anymore. So I was sitting in Chiang Mai watching her on Aswandam, like super excited. I'd never met her before, didn't like have any inkling of I would never know PhetJee Jaa. And I'm watching this, and she's doing her Ram Muay, and I'm all excited for this fight, and all of a sudden, Pinsanchai gets on the microphone and is like, boys and girls can't fight anymore. And my Thai wasn't good enough, I wasn't entirely sure what was being said. Clearly the fight was being canceled. I thought maybe it was a coming of age thing, but almost a year later, this was in November, so now this is maybe like 7 or 8 months later, that fight is happening at this military place, and I'm cornering for PhetJee Jaa, and I'm totally geeking out. Like, I can't really do my duties in the corner because I'm like so excited, and I'm trying to go under the bottom ropes and all these things to be respectful, and also trying to film, and that wasn't really flying super great. So Sangwan, her dad, took over those duties, which was good because then all I had to do was like put the stuff up in the corner, like the metal thing that goes underneath to catch all the water in the bucket and things like this, and I'm super fast at doing that, so that was great. And then the rest of it was kind of like pistol fight, which is my favorite. So PhetJee Jaa was just amazing. She does not like people getting points in on her at all whatsoever, which is great for a Muay Thai athlete. So in the second round, this kid happened to keep her pretty good, and her face just changed. Like, I don't even know if it's going to show up on film, but I could see it at ringside. She did not like it, and she just went after him. She totally hulked out, like not losing control at all, but it was like she was going to get it back into him, and she continued doing that. And it was such a blowout that by the fifth round was actually cut short. You know, they just like sped it up because she had already won so greatly. So great experience. Whole day with the family, which was really cool. Tomorrow, Mawin is fighting. Her brother is fighting at Aswandam in Bangkok, and they've invited me to go, but I don't think that I can do another road trip. I'm just too tired. But definitely I'll be going with them again on a future trip. And I'm really happy I went on this one, and I'm really happy to watch PhetJee Jaa fight live, to see her badassery and win. She wore the shorts that I had made for her, which was really exciting, and coincidentally or appropriately enough, they're like camo, because her mom said she liked camo. And then we're on a military base, so she had this like entirely camo outfit that was really great. And yeah, great thumbs up. I'm